Hi again, Hilda. Okay, this essay, I need you to send me a copy of the charts that and the bar chart that you're looking at, so that I can check to see if you've included all the necessary information that needs to be compared. So at this point, all I can do is I'll look at the actual, just the English usage. Okay. All right. So you are within the word limit. Okay. And you start off well by saying what the two pie charts showed the ownership of, but it's not just the ownership. You want to say shows a comparison of the ownership of VW cars, okay? And VW you might need to put in brackets there, it stands for Volkswagen, okay? The ownership of Volkswagen cars between Scotland and England in 1995. Good, you've put the countries, you've put the year. Okay, you need to say from the pie charts, it can be seen that purchasing cars was more popular because you're only comparing two things, okay? So it's more than. You can only use most, which is a superlative, if you're comparing three or more things, because it's out of everything, it is the most. But here you're only comparing two things, okay? So purchasing cars was more popular in Scotland in that 65% of drivers owned their own cars, okay? Which was almost double that of England's at 35%. Okay, good. In England, you would say that almost double the amount of people leased their cars, okay, in comparison to Scotland. All right. Car sharing, okay, because it's a concept, so it's the other way around. Car sharing was slightly higher in Scotland at 20%. No need to put it in brackets because you need to specify it. So car sharing was slightly higher in Scotland at 20% than that in England of 15%. Okay, be careful. We're talking about the country, not the language. Okay. Right, the next paragraph, the bar chart illustrates car sales in these two countries from 1990 to 1998. Good. In general, car sales in Scotland were much higher than in England. Full stop. The only exceptional year was 1997, where sales in both England and Scotland were almost equal, okay, at 150,000. Okay, in Scotland the amount was quite consistent between 150,000 and when was it quite consistent? Okay. Was quite consistent between 150,000 and approximately 200,000. Okay, full stop. While in England there was a much larger fluctuation in sales. Yes, you need to say sales. Okay, so here when you've got amount, this is why I wasn't quite sure what you were saying. In Scotland, the amount of sales was quite consistent between 150,000 and approximately 200,000, full stop, while in England there was a much larger fluctuation from 20,000 to 150,000. Full stop. 7 out of 9 years were less than 100,000. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there. Okay. For 7 years, the sales were less than 100,000. For 7 out of the 9 years, the sales were less than 100,000. Okay. As we can see from these charts, Scots preferred buying cars as opposed to their English counterparts. Okay, as we can see from these charts, Scots much preferred buying cars as opposed to their English counterparts who from the charts it can be seen preferred to lease cars. Okay, so you've answered it well. Just be careful to break up your sentences a little bit more, and also to be clear about what you are referring to. Okay, in a few sentences you've left out the subject. Okay, so the amount, or what amount? The sales amount. Okay, break this into a new sentence. Again, 7 out of 9 years of what? Okay, of the sales, more or less. Be sure to put in subject. Okay, well done, Hilda. Good job.